Oh God, I think we're on the internet now. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Full zoom.
we're gonna go. Let me see.
Free zoom.
Full screen. Let's go plaid. All right, there we go. So we are now full stream. We're full blown. We're wide open. Let's see. Yeah. Let me just like window the chat. You know what I mean? Let me window the chat. Okay. All right. At least I know it's there. And at least I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay, buddy. So
We're back.
we're back. We're back, and we're better than ever, bro. And then we're just like clocking videos at this point. Holy
Look at
shit!
this.
Holy crap! It's weird. I look like darker in OBS for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I'm looking at my phone here and I'm watching the video of us, and it looks really,
It looks dark.
really dark for some
It
reason.
looks
I'm not
dark.
sure.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
dark. I'll tell you what. What I'm gonna do is um, I'm gonna add a. No, I don't want to add that. I'm going to add an effect. I think strings transitions. What? It's weird. Now, how do I add an effect? Filters. Gamma.
You look like you're king of the forest there or something with that grass behind.
What is that game? What is that game that's actually like fairly popular where they're in a backyard and they're like, "Honey, I Shrunk the Kids." Grounded? Is it Grounded?
Uh,
Yeah, I think it's Grounded
Maybe, yeah.
because it's like kids being grounded. It's like it's actually really really fun because you can build little houses and things like that. I brightened us up a little bit because we were like really
Yeah.
really dark. Okay, there
Yeah,
you
I think
go.
that fixes it. That looks better now.
Yeah, a little
Good
bit.
job.
So there we go. The current beverage is Cali water. Cali water. Which
Uh,
oh holy whoa magic. Anyway, whatever.
That's what it is.
I was
We
thinking
got Baltimore Retro Gaming in the chat.
BRG is in the chat. Holy shit.
BRG.
The old schooler, the Mike Ruler. Here he is, BRG, Baltimore Retro Gaming. He's hitting his four hose hookah with his old lady. He sent me a pic. He sent me a pic of them. They were at a ball game, and it was just classic. It was just classic. They look really nice. Like his girlfriend, his girlfriend's son, and him. They were at a ball game, and they were just grinning, just grinning. They were just like look so nice. I'm like, what a happy group of people, what a happy group of people. So he's a cool
Yeah,
bro.
right.
We like BRG. He's awesome. So before I buy like a Switch game, I will typically contact BRG and go, hey, I'm thinking about getting this. He's like, I don't know about that, dude, but check this out. This is like some crazy import shit. Like, oh really? Okay.
He's in all the shooters, I think, right?
He's like the shooter master, and he at one point in time we were on like a video chat or something, like on this or something like this, or it was just on the phone, and he went around and like showed me, or he was on a video. I think he was doing a stream, and like I was like in the chat, and he's like, oh yeah, let me show you, and he like went to this closet. And the gaming in that closet of like shooters from like way even back to like the Super Famicom, like he had like Macross shit from the Famicom and stuff like that, like hard to find shit. And he's like rolling through it. He's like rolling his camera. It's just in this little closet, and he's rolling up the closet completely packed. And I'm like, dude, that closet is worth more than the house the closet's in. I mean, there's just so much money in that collection. It's insane. I think he's one of these like eccentric people that has like a collection that's like $300,000. He doesn't even know it. Like insane. Like I don't know if it's that much, but I think he's got a collection that's like it's well into tens of thousands. Well into it. I really believe that. I think his collection, because it's so pure with games that are money. Like it's like I bet he has a collection right now as we sit here and talk. It's $100,000. I bet you. I bet you. I bet you he does. I bet you.
I used to collect shooters.
Yeah, and he's riding around his UPS truck, getting high as fuck. It's like, yeah, man, I got another one. I got another. I ordered another 10 shooters. He'll send me a text. He's like, yeah, bro, I just like blew like $500 on like 10 shooters, rare shooters from Japan, and they just came today. And he's like, he shows me pics and shit, and I'm like, whoa. Let me go look at my Wii collection and calm down. So anyway, my crazy ass Wii collection with all my Barbie games. I have every. Hey. By the way,
how's your Switch collection coming?
It's not bad. It's actually I ordered. Let me tell you what I ordered. You know what I'm getting into? All of a sudden, I want to get into it. Is here's a dead franchise that's really obscure. Like if you're a gamer, you know this shit. If you're old school, have you ever heard of Nectaris?
Is that the bug shooter? Oh no, that's a war simulator, right?
It is, yes. Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. You get some street cred. So Nectaris takes place on the moon, and in the final battle takes place on Mars. But it's like the Earth Federation versus like the colonists, space war kind of thing. And it is a hex-based strategy RPG. I don't know if it's an RPG. It's a military strategy simulator.
Like a strategy game.
Yeah, I don't know if you can call it an RPG. It's not really an RPG. Although you do grow the units. Like the units get like experience and they go up in rank and power. So it's kind of like
a strategy.
It's like a strategy RPG adjacent, but it's more pure strategy and more military than it is RPG. Like there's no character, like there's an opening cutscene, but there's no like general this or that, or there's no character development. So I don't think you can call it an RPG, but it is a simulator. It's like a strategy space battle simulator. It's a hex based. So that was the first strategy game that I ever played, and it was Military Madness on the TurboGrafx 16. So on a U card, it was called Military. Yeah, it was called Military Madness, and it was a hex-based military strategy game. But it was actually Nectaris in Japan. I came to find out, and you can buy an up-to-date version of Nectaris. I think even if you go onto like the Xbox store or the PlayStation store, I think it's the PlayStation store. There's a version of Nectaris, on that you can get like on the PlayStation store, you can get a copy of a modern up-to-date Nectaris. I don't know if Xbox has it. I haven't looked on Xbox yet, but it's out there. But I've been getting into I've been acquiring I just bought, let me go ahead and confess right here on air what I just purchased. I'm gonna make another noise. Now expected tomorrow by 6 p.m. Arriving June 27th. Ouch. So this is a kind of it's on a hidden gem for the Switch. It's a strategy RPG, and it's called F.E.A.R. F-E-L-L Seal. F.E.A.R. Seal Arbiter's Mark. And it's kind of, it is a,
Heard of that one.
You've not heard of it? It's kind of obscure. It winds up on, and it's an indie game, but it's very much like Final Fantasy Tactics in that style. So it's kind of emulating that game. And this is a deluxe edition, which includes like some kind of DLC. I ordered that, and then I also ordered. We're sorry your delivery was delayed. Oh, I also got Tactics Ogre Reborn. So I do
Oh,
have,
okay.
yeah, I do have triangle strategy, which is very like text heavy, and it plods along because there's so much dialogue.
Yeah.
Triangle strat. I tried to get into it, and the voice actor for the main character sounds like an effeminate teenage boy. And he's like, his voice just annoys the piss out. He's like, "We've got to fight, the evil." I'm like,
Oh dear.
the voice actor for the main character gets on my pecs, and I just did not like it. And it's so dialogue heavy. Like you're having to go through all this dialogue.
Yeah.
Now I also just ordered some Scandalous Switch games. I got
Oh, I saw one of them, I think.
Yeah, I got Marrero Crystal and Marrero Chronicle. So these are dungeon crawlers.
Sure.
They're first person dungeon crawlers where you like walk like Eye of the Beholder, like you walk one step at a time. It's like it's only four directional turning. And but it's you have to rescue monster girls, and then you can add the monster girls into your party, and to break them out of their like hypnotic state, you have to stimulate them. You have to beat them in battle, and then
Uh-oh.
you have to stimulate them on the touch screen to release them from the demonic control or whatever what's going on there.
That's on the Switch.
Shameful. It's terrible. I was thinking about the other, but there's a whole lot of other strategy RPGs. I actually have one that's called Super Robot Wars. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I've never gotten into it, but
Well, it's one of these games in Japan. They don't have the same copyright laws that we have here. So if you do a tribute to another franchise, unless it's like really diminishing the brand, companies kind of look the other way because they see it
oh,
as like you're promoting my brand. As long as the product's good, so there's a lot of stuff that can go on in terms of mashing up franchises in Japan that just doesn't go on here.
mm,
Like so every once in a while
yeah,
you'll see like that J Force where like all these different franchises are coming together in one game and that kind of thing, like Smash Brothers and things like that. There's more latitude, and like if you're going to use their character or use the likeness, a lot of times companies will just like courteously ask, and then the other company will be like, "Fine, but we want to do this in the future." It's more glad handing than it is in the United States, where it's like, if you use my property, I'm suing you. So I mean,
yeah.
it's not like that in Japan. But there in Super Robot Wars, it is a strategy RPG where it's like freaking Gundam and Star Blazers, and it's like Space Battleship Yamato and Captain Harlock and the Kamen Rider. And it's like all these kind of crazy characters from all these Japanese franchises come into the battle, and it's just a frenetic mess. It's just crazy, and I'm a big fan of Star Blazers and Space Battleship Yamato and all that shit. So I got the version on the Switch of Super Robot Wars, which is typically those came out on the PS3, but they were re-released in English on the Switch, which is really rare. That's one of the things the Switch has done really, really good is
Yeah, I
transition.
was just gonna say that they've got all these games just coming out from the past or remakes and just
Yes.
random stuff that no one else has. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So I'm going to come out to
That's the
you.
only draw that I've actually wanted to buy a Switch for at all. It's just kind of getting these
Collections.
obscure games, but
Yeah. These obscure.
I don't know. I just can't
Yeah.
do
Even the Atelier games, the Atelier Ryza that just came out, there's a whole like
Hmm.
collection of games where they've come out with multiple trilogies on the PS3, but they're
Hmm.
imports. They're imports. So they've actually released a couple collections of the Atelier series, and some of the early Atelier series. A lot of people don't realize that there's actually a time limit. So if you don't complete the goals in the game by a certain time, you fail the entire game.
Uh,
A lot of people don't realize that. Some of the earlier Ateliers are time limit, time phased. The later ones, they got rid of that mechanic. But like the current one, like Ryza, like I don't own Ryza yet. I want to own Ryza, and I want to get the Atelier collections. Like I don't know if I want to own all of the Atelier's import on the PS3. But
A lot of them are kind of girly.
they are girly. They
Aren't
are. They are. But you're talking to a guy that
Yeah.
owns every Wii Barbie game.
That's true.
Like I don't know if I would like. I think the Atelier games are, but good female protagonist. Like the Ryza game, great female protagonist. Guys and girls both love it. The guys obviously they like her thick thighs. But
That's why I picked up Ryza 2. I'm like, ooh, what's this?
oh, did you pick up Ryza? Ryza
Yeah,
2?
I got the second one for PS4.
Oh, there you go.
And I actually think
Why are you busting my chops?
My most valuable PS4 games.
So
'Cause it's like an $80 game for some reason now.
well, yeah, it's big. See, you're busting my chops. I don't even own an Atelier game, and you own Ryza 2. Oh my God, talk about role reversal, bro.
How about that?
Wow.
That's it. I think that's the only one I have, though. Actually, I might have some on PS2. I collect all these games, and a lot of them I just haven't even stuck in my machine. It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of embarrassing. Don't
Yeah.
don't go there, man. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get like some kind of psychological evaluation for like how many games I have. So, Rob, you have 2,700 video games? Okay.
What kind of drugs should we prescribe you?
We think that goes beyond collection, sir. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, like Atelier. Oh my God, I can't believe this man just judged me. This man here just judged me about Atelier games because they're kind of girly. I don't
Actually, I wasn't
own.
judging you. I was judging the games.
I don't
lot of them
own
just
a
look
single
really
Atelier
good.
game, and he owns Ryza 2. Enough
I
said.
own Ryza 2.
But they also
Yeah, me
have
there.
they have a lot of the Atelier trilogies on one card, so you can go and they're not cheap, but you can get like
Yeah.
the Dusk trilogy and the Mysteries trilogy from Atelier that were on the PS3. I believe they were all on the PS3. I'm not sure. I have to verify that, but they're now available in those collections. Like that's something like that the Switch does amazingly well.
It's cool they're doing that.
Yeah. Now there's another collection, the Psycheo collection. That's one that BRG turned me on to. Psycheo is a company that made vertical shooters, and they're no longer in existence. And there's a Psycheo shooter collection. I don't know if there's 2 or 3 of them. I know there's at least 2. I think there may be 3, but there's 3 collections of all of the Psycheo shooters that they ever made. So if you're a shooter fan, that's a great way to go. That's a great way to acquire those without going to the individual games. I love that kind of stuff. I was thinking of like the next big collection,
Yeah.
the next big gaming collection thing that I might do, and I'm wearing my Nintendo shirt. So I'm actually talking up the Switch, which is rare. So, is the Switch collections, is like just going and acquiring Switch collections, whatever they are. If it's Atelier, if it's shooter collections, whatever collections they have, I'm just thinking about acquiring those and going from there, because collections seem to hold their value. As far as what I've noticed in game collecting, like if there's 3 games on a disc or something like that, it usually holds value because you're getting multiple.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, you're getting multiple games. So pretty much every game collection I've ever seen, like sometimes one of the original games will be higher in value, but usually the collection maintains its value. So that's one thing I really want to look at going forward is Switch collections. We should do an episode on that at some point. Maybe even do like a shopping video where we pull it up on the screen.
Well, I don't own a Switch, but you could talk about it.
I did think about the. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, there's got to be thousands of games on the Switch by now, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm getting like I went shopping for tactical RPGs. And I thought, you know what I thought, which is like one of these things where it's like you thought it existed, but it doesn't really exist yet. I thought they made a remake of Final Fantasy Tactics, which is another dead franchise.
Hmm.
I thought there was a copy of Final Fantasy Tactics. I might stream that soon. I thought there was a copy of Final Fantasy Tactics remaster on the Switch.
There might be, I don't know.
No, I went to go find it. It doesn't exist, and it's coming up. Like supposedly they're doing a remaster. Now
Oh.
they might be waiting because they're gonna like actually come out with a sequel, which I think would be a monster.
Hmm.
There is a series that is a bare bones Final Fantasy Tactics style strategy RPG. It's an entire series, and there's a series collection on the Switch called Mercenaries, and it's kind of like more combat, less story. Like if you like more combat, the strategy, which is really kind of my wheelhouse. So like the next collection that I acquire is going to be Mercenaries. There's a whole like
Okay.
series of games, and they're very much like Final
Is there a
Fantasy.
game of that on the PS2 as well?
Yes, yes. I think there were two games on the PS2, and they're in a collection where it's from the PS2, and I don't know if it's from the PS3 as well. But there's like different, in the collection, it's like each sequel,
Hmm.
and they update and they get better as they go. Yeah, so strategy RPG. There's the Mercenaries series, and there's a collection. Like you can buy some of them individually on the Switch, and you can buy the collections on the Switch.
That's
So
cool.
yes, I'm definitely going to be getting the Mercenary collections. I don't think I'm going to be ordering them individually, unless there's like a one-off that's not included in the collection. I may get that as well. But I did order. I just ordered Tactics Ogre Reborn. Let Us Cling Together. There's another Tactics Ogre game, by the way, and I believe it's a sequel to Let Us Cling Together, and it's on the Saturn, but it's never been brought
Oh,
over here. Yeah, there's another one. There's another Tactics Ogre, and I forget what it's called. There's another tagline to it. And it's a sequel to Tactics Ogre that a lot of people aren't aware of, and it's very good as well. But it's an import only as it stands now. But the Switch has been amazing in terms of this should be a Switch episode. The maybe I'll put it as maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll retitle it as a Switch episode.
okay.
Yeah, because they're so excellent at bringing over the imports and also integrating them into collections, and then not censoring games too. Like the PS4 is
Hmm.
now censoring all of its fan service games, all of them.
Yeah, that's surprising. Very surprising.
Yeah, they're all being fan. They're all being. There was one that just came out, which is really strange. It's like an arena combat with anime girls in partial mecha suits, like their legs are mecha and the top of their body is like regular.
That's weird.
And it's like, yeah, it's like an arena combat game. The name escapes me of what it is, but like the girls don't get naked or anything. It doesn't. Like there's no like Peach Beach splash or anything like that. Um, like they cover up their backs. Like their backs are bare in one version, in the Switch version, and then they cover up their backs. Like they put them in one piece bathing suits basically on the PS4 to be
How strange.
inclusive. I guess I don't know. I was like,
we,
and
we got
I
some catering to the
remember.
male gaze over here at PS4.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, you're more of a PlayStation guy than me. I don't own a PS5.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm even going to buy one or bother to buy one. I'm like, why would I? If I can get them uncensored, if I can get games on the PS4 or PS5 uncensored on the Switch, why am I buying your game? I'm not paying for censorship in video games. Like I'm not.
Yeah, and you've already got an Xbox anyway, so you don't really need a PS5 unless there's like some exclusive you
Yeah.
really, really
And
need or
and
something.
it's probably going to be on the Switch. And they're probably going to be putting out the Switch too. I don't think they're going to continue. I think they're going to come out with a new iteration of the Switch because the Steam Deck, and we're talking about emulation, like Steam Deck has has become the emulation monster. So you can put coin ops on there. I haven't done a lot of it yet. You know what I really want to do? You know what really want to emulate? What I've been trying to do, like stealth. I'll tell you. I wasn't going to say anything, but it's not that big of a deal. But I wanted to get like Rule of Rose, like emulate Rule of Rose and play it on the Steam Deck and stream
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because I've always been curious about that game. You know what I mean?
Is there a PS2 emulator on there?
Yeah, you have to get one. You have to bring it over. No,
Oh, okay.
I have actually BRG helped me out with this a little bit. I got EmuDeck, which is it's a clearinghouse, or it's a macro for emulators. So it has like EmuDeck has some built-in emulators, and then it has space where you can add emulators. So there's some emulators that have to be added.
Wow.
So PS2 has to be added, PS3 has to be added, and then you put them on a flash drive, and then you stick them in the deck, and it will download them into the EmuDeck application, and it manages it for you. So you can just go to it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I haven't exploited it anywhere near like what I should. Because a lot of times some of these games take a long time to download too. I've like lost patience. Like I forget, I was like downloading a PS3 game, and it's like a freaking big ass game, and it's like, oh, this is going to be 4 hours, to download this, or 3 hours. I'm like, fuck that.
Feel while you're sleeping or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wait for that for Doom Eternal, but I ain't waiting for that for a PS3 game. Fuck that. So I was thinking of doing PS2. I'm
I
like,
downloaded it.
What?
I downloaded this PS2 emulator called PCSX2.
Yeah.
I think that's like the most famous one.
Yes.
And I've recently been playing around with that one a little bit on my PC. It's kind of interesting. And the graphics kind of get cleaned up on it on a lot of games.
Oh,
which I think is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Because, it blows them up to like 1080p. But a lot of stuff doesn't really work on it too. I get like little graphical glitches, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's too much horsepower.
But if I ever want to play like Rule of Rose or Kuon, something like that,
Yeah.
I'll try it on that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to get, that's my short list when you talk about emulation. I was going to get Kuon because I would like to play that. I was going to get Rule of Rose, and I was also going to get, just to shine you on, I was going to get
Hunting Ground?
Haunting Ground. I was going to do Haunting Ground. There's a video essay on Haunting Ground. It's like I think it's called We're Almost Out of Time. That's fine. We've crushed it today. There's a video on YouTube where it's like Haunting Ground is a psychosexual masterpiece, and it's like a documentary style, long form video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that.
I've been wanting to watch it, but I want to play it first. I've played a little bit of it, believe it or not, but I haven't played it in like a long time. I mean, we're talking like 20 years,
here.
bro. Yeah, like 20 years. So I do want to get Haunting Ground. I just thought it would be the perfect like shine you on video to do. But just to be funny about it. But be like dedicated to for Philberto78 or something like that, just to be a snark. Yeah. Haunting Ground, Rule of Rose, Kuon. Some of the real heavy hitters that are just ridiculous. I would love to check them out and stream them and do that and stuff. And there's another iteration.
It's pretty amazing what they're coming out with now, where you can play just like stuff on your original consoles too. I saw this one YouTube video, and they're talking about how you can actually use like a memory card to emulate games on your original system. I thought, wow, that's an awesome idea. And I mean, it looks very involved. Like I don't really feel like putting in all the time to do it, but
Yeah.
like just little stuff like that. It's all over the place now if you just know where to look.
It's funny
It's
you
kind of
mentioned
cool.
that, and I guess we'll kind of close on this because I can feel the hand of time, getting ready to slap us down. But yeah, I saw a video where somebody took a PS2 and he had like one method that was kind of crazy, but it's like they're getting to the point where the memory card slot is now like you can put like a SD card in it, and
Yeah,
that is your emulator, and you can put like everything on there. And I'm like, holy shit, right off the original hardware. I mean, we're finally get to use the expansion port. Like he had like a hard drive in the expansion port
mm,
with like an SD slot, and like he had it all like wired up and rigged up. And I'm like, that was overly complex. Like I thought like you, I'm like, okay, I'm not going that far.
yeah,
I could just emulate it on PC and call it a freaking day, or go to Good Old Games and buy it or whatever. But I'm not going to that extreme. I'm not like soldering shit. I'm not doing that. But but like they came out with a new method, and it hasn't gone like available for sale yet. But it was like one of those things where instead of going through the back, they went through the memory card, and it was like literally
yeah.
the memory card was the drive that you put in there and put games on. And I'm like, oh shit, snap! There you go. Now it's getting easier and easier, and it's just going to be. You're going to have. We're almost to the point where everything is available everywhere. Like Steam Deck is as close as
Yeah.
we've gotten yet, where you can like put everything on one thing and have it all, like the entire, whatever game in the collection that you want. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty crazy. Like emulation, and the access to older game collections, like entire collections, has never been better. And it's just it's to me, we're reaching peak. I mean, we're reaching peak gaming. Like 2023, it keeps hitting me like body blow, uppercut. Every game I want is like coming out. And Space
There's
Marine
no
2,
shortage of
Space
games,
Marine
that's for
2,
sure.
Space Marine 2. It's now 3-player couch co-op. Did you know that?
Wow, I
3-player
did not
couch
know that.
co-op. Yes. Like Gears,
You
almost like
battled each
Gears.
other or something?
Like Gears of War. Huh?
Hmm. I said, do you battle each other in the game, or how do you
No, no,
play couch
you're
co-op in
on a
there?
team. You're on a team.
Oh, okay,
3-player couch
that's
cooperative
cool.
play against the Tyranid invasion. Oh, I'm
Oh, that
excited.
game looked brutal. I saw a preview of it. It looks really
The
good.
latest trailer, I want to do a video of that. It just dropped a couple days ago, and the latest
Yeah.
trailer is just oh my god, it's brutally good. I was like, oh my god,
Mm.
40K games has gone parabolic in the terms of money it's generating. And I told Phil Spencer that I'm actually on this channel telling Phil Spencer, go big into 40K. We want to see games. We want to see Space Marine 2. And it's all happening. You're welcome, Phil. You're welcome.
He listened.
There's so much money. Phil Spencer listened to me on this channel. He took, he knows I'm born on the day of human observation. He knows I have celestial authority, and he took what I said on that channel and he put it into practice. And they're making tens of millions of dollars. They're going to make $1 billion off of 40K at the end of 2023. I'm telling you, Space Marine 2 is
Thanks,
going to be
Torv. It's good advice.
Space Marine 2 is going to drop like a hydrogen bomb, bro. It is just going to be massive. It's going to be used, and
You
I
say you're
already.
getting the collector's
Oh,
edition?
I pre-bought that like early, and I went onto the site, and they're like, "Yeah, we have your copy reserved. Would you like Would you like to update your method of payment?" I'm like, "Yeah." Would you like us to take the money now? Yeah, take the money now. And they took the money, damn it. And I have a collector's edition
Better give it to you.
incoming. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That to me is like the gaming event of pretty much a decade. I can't wait for Space Marine 2. That they gave that a really good treatment, bro. And I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
Now
I'm
you
not.
got Bolt Gun, and now you got this one coming out.
Oh, Bolt Gun, and there's a
Good fan
strategy.
service there.
They came out with a strategy RPG called Mechanicus too that I'm probably going
Oh,
to find my way to as well. But Space Marine
cool.
2, I think of all the stuff that has come out, Phantom Liberty, which is the DLC for Cyberpunk 2077. I'm very excited about that. And then Space Marine 2 is pretty much what I'm looking forward to, like, in life. Like, let me live. Let me enjoy Space Marine 2, and then I can die a happy man. Thank you very much. And my daughter can inherit my game collection and sell it for, like, 50 cents, pennies on the dollar. Just take it. I just donated it, Dad. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You want to know a game I've been addicted to lately? I went to the Goodwill the other day and I found a Wii U Pro controller.
Wow.
And I said, oh, I got to test this, see if it works. And I got my Wii U out of the closet and I put it all together and I popped in this game here.
Breath of the Wild.
And I said, oh, God, I'll just test the controller on it a little bit. And, then I'll probably just put the Wii U away again. But I've been playing this for like 20 or 30 hours already.
He's been hitting that shit hard. Everybody loves that.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Well, that's what I had heard. I remember this came out, like, people were giving it Game of the Year, like, all over the place. And, I didn't even own a Wii U or a Switch or anything at the time, so I never got around to it. But now I'm playing it. And I think that, did you play the Super Nintendo one? What's it called?
Link to the Past.
Link in Time. Link to the Past,
Link
yeah.
to the Past, yeah.
I haven't played any of the other Zelda games besides that one, but I can kind of just imagine someone sitting down and saying, okay, we need to make like a modern remake of Link to the Past. How are we going to do it? And they just came up with this.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool game. Lots of fun. Tons of things to do.
I think I would be pulled into it. I honestly think I should give it a chance. And I think it's great that I don't know what's going on with my color, but I think yeah, I'm going blue, bro. I think that I think it's great, just the experience of listening to you say that. Like, dude, I got a Pro controller. I had Breath of the Wild. I reinstalled everything on my Wii U, and I began playing it, and now I'm hooked on this game. And I'm like, I think that's amazing.
Just a chance.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll see you. I'm able to share my very similar experience because you're able to play it on Xbox, but it was originally a Wii U launch title was Zombie U. I reloaded, and it's still loaded on my Xbox. Like, I've got it downloaded. I began to play Zombie again for a little while, and that shit pulled me. That shit pulled me back in. And yeah, and I started playing that for a little while, and that's got some really cool mechanics to it. And I was able to upgrade weapons, and I got deeper into the game. I haven't closed it yet. I really need to like jump back into it, but. Yeah, there was my Wii U experience, like very similar to what you're talking about. But like, I kind of like, I've always been curious about some of the like Wind Waker, and some of the other Zelda titles like Breath of the Wild. Okay, that's that. All right, so we're gonna